Texas defeats Alabama 34-24, the first time the Crimson Tide have lost at home since 2019 to LSU. Eric, obviously a massive program-defining, maybe season-defining win for the Longhorns. You could say, really, one of Steve Sarkisian's first statement victories here at Texas, and I think it starts with Quinn Ewers finally tapping into that deep ball. Steve Sarkisian said last week that it was going to feel so good when they hit it, and they hit it twice tonight, one to Xavier Worthy and one to A.D. Mitchell.
Tommy, before we jump to the deep ball, I got to jump on something you just said. You talked about a statement game. You know, Steve Sarkisian didn't want to call it a statement game. He called it a benchmark game. We figure out where his team was. Well, guess what? This was, in fact, a statement game, so I'm glad you used that word. You talked about the deep ball. What do you say, right? When we hit one, it's going to feel good. Well, this place got silent when Xavier Worthy caught that 44-yard touchdown pass. For Texas fans, a really great thing to see. And then to follow up to have back-to-back success, again, with A.D. Mitchell as well. We talked with Quinn Ewers and also Steve Sarkisian as well. They said that, hey, you know, in order for us being the media to stop asking them about that, you got to hit on it more, right? So you know that they're definitely going to come back to it. And what really caught my attention, Tommy, was how aggressive they were from the first quarter, you know, multiple times going for it on fourth down, but consistently pushing tempo, pushing the ball downfield. It was really interesting to see that because in my mind, you had to wonder, would Steve Sarkisian possibly back away from that, right? Work what had been the strength of the passing game, which was underneath and going to guys like J.T. Sanders and others. But Stark stayed true to his game plan. He did say to us during the week that we have to test all three levels of the defense. They certainly did that really well tonight.
You mentioned the fourth down conversions. When you go for it, especially early in the game from fourth and short, it shows trust in your defense. And boy, did the defense earn Sark's trust tonight. You could talk about a lot of guys, but really, for me at least, the one that stood out, true freshman Anthony Hill, was flying all over the place. It seemed like he was more of just a heat-seeking missile right on Jalen Milroe. Milroe really couldn't get away from him most of the time, had a big sack to close out the game, and he celebrated about 20 yards into that end zone. He was pretty excited about it. What do you make of the true freshman performance and even some more impact players on that defense for Texas?
Well, Tommy, it's really interesting, right? Because we talked with Jalen Ford during the week, and we asked him, like, hey, is the plan to spy? And he said, he's a little coy. I said, maybe we will, maybe we won't. Well, we certainly saw whenever Jalen Milroe went to take off, the times that Anthony Hill was on the field like a heat-seeking missile. What did we hear all throughout fall camp, right? This guy finds his way to the football. He certainly did that today. Then you talked about the little celebration, right? You know, certainly first big-time college football game. That's got to be encouraging for Horns fans. Just another piece of talent that Steve Sarkisian has brought in that is paying off. So no doubt a big game today for Anthony Hill.
An all-encompassing, massive win for the Longhorns on the road. They head back to Austin next week to host Wyoming. Thank you for watching the Horns 24/7 Instant Reaction. For Eric Henry, I'm Tommy Yarrish from Tuscaloosa. We'll see you next time.